So, at the tops of your mat, so stand with your feet together. We're going to flow straight into a sun salutation A and check with ourselves how we're feeling. So a lot of posture is supported, in fact, by the front body. We often say the back. Come into your abdomen. So place your fingertips over your belly and feel the potential firmness there. So let the navel draw in and think about even the thighs drawing together, so you get a general sense of tightness across the abdomen. What you want to feel is not that your back is snaking out, but that you can have a longer lumbar spine. So maybe just smooth out your lower back, tilt your pelvis forwards, and this engagement in the abdomen goes towards supporting your lumbar spine. So we have a lot of length in our front body that can also help counteract the feeling that everything is in the back. So when you think about you are a four-dimensional structure, maybe even just take the palms around the ribs, the back, the front body, and get that sense of how you're connected to yourselves. Stroke down the back, stroke down the front, feel the length. It all fits together. Come to standing. Just let your shoulders be heavy and bring your fingertips underneath your chin. So I'm just going to duck down so you can see what I'm doing here and feel the space created when you just have your fingertips under your chin. So palms on your chest, fingertips under your chin, and still get the sense that you're tucking your chin down slightly. Now, just for a moment, I want you to feel the length in your spine and the space that you create around your throat. So here, there is no reason to round forward. If you're at a desk, you round forward. If you're on your phone, you round forward. If you're on the sofa, you round forward. It's like gravity always wants us to round forwards. But the longer in your spine you are, the truer the connection with what I call, or what people call, the higher self. It's not about mind as such. It's about kind of the fuller potential of you. So see if you can, as you feel this straight structure, just simply allow the shadow of habitual rounding forwards in the spine to become just that, a shadow, a memory, the past. Enjoy the length, enjoy the equanimity. Draw up strength and support from the ground. Exhale through the mouth and stick the tongue out. Inhale, release the arms, draw them up over the head, and exhale, bend forward. So really bend now into your knees and let your chest hang heavy on your thighs. So this releases all the muscles in your lower back. Take your palms to your lower back, press the heels of your palms in and see if a little bit of pressure releases any tension or just communicates with any parts of you here that have been quite perhaps tense, stiff, depleted, overused or under-nurtured. And then place both palms down on the floor. We're then going to straighten through the legs and really take the palms up high so that you get a nice long spine. Inhale, roll the shoulders away from the chest, draw the navel in, and then exhale once again, bend both knees. Now we're going to step back into plank. You can have your knees lowered if you prefer. Tuck your bum below. I don't want to see half downward dogs here. Inhale here, and then exhale, drop the knees, drop the chest, drop the chin, and draw forward into Cobra. So for Cobra, draw the elbows into the chest, lift the chest up, so into the ribs, lift the chest, peel the shoulders backwards, press the feet into the floor, the knees draw away from the floor. Inhale here, we're going to hold it for 3 breaths, exhale. Take your palms off the floor and you realize that it's now your back that is active. So you're having extension in the spine here. Inhale. Exhale, relax your glutes if you're feeling a pinch in your lumbar spine, your lower spine. And then place the palms down, tuck the toes and shoot the hips back towards the heels. Enjoy this nice length from armpits to fingertips and check that your fingertips are spanned widely on the mat. Place pressure on the base of the thumb and the fingertip, this little finger. Look to your belly, round the back and draw up into downward facing dog. Oh, so nice to be here. Find your joy, right? Enjoy where you feel stretched out, lengthened, symmetry, gravity being your pal, not your enemy. Wiggle your hips. Breathe in through the nose. You can breathe out through the mouth if you like for now. If you are, use your navel to push the air out. Come back to a nice still down dog just for a moment and then lift the gaze up towards the palms. And then you can step your feet with your palms. Inhale. Now again, place the palms quite high on the thighs. Lift up the chest. Feel your chest lifting forward. And again, you get a little cobra-like extension in the back. And then exhale, flex forwards. Bend the knees. Let the chest heavy on the thighs. Once more, you want your back to relax. Shake the neck out. And then inhale, draw up. Exhale, release. Inhale, look up, lift the arms up, and then exhale, fold forward. We're going to step the right leg back and come into a really nice low lunge. So the knee can be dropped if you like. Or if you like it to be lifted, just make sure that you're supporting your back leg by pushing your heel away from yourselves. Then come up onto the tripod of your fingertips and again, lift the chest, look up, smile. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath like this. And then move your right hand to the inside of the left leg and draw the left arm up and come into a crescent twist. Take the gaze up if your neck is good for it, otherwise leave the gaze down to the floor, down to the palm. Then come to the softness in yourselves. Feel where you feel soft. If a pose is challenging or hard, as you may say, find the softness in it. Lovely. Release the palm down to the side and step back. Come briefly through a downward facing dog and then find your plank. So we're going to take a vinyasa here, a little chaturanga. Lower down. Now you can come up into cobra or inhale upward facing dog. And then exhale downward facing dog. Lovely. Walk your dog a little bit. Yawn. Relax your face muscles, relax your tongue. Gaze is either to the floor or through the legs. Feet are hip-width apart and parallel. Palms are spread, eyes at the elbows point towards each other. And then I'd like you to peel your right leg forwards and step it in between your toes. So again, that nice low lunge. So knee dropped or back leg active. Come up onto the tripod of the fingertips. Inhale, lift through the spine. So imagine that curve in your spine now, all the way up. So the problem is looking up makes you feel longer. But the thing here is that you crunch the back of your neck. So just see what feels right for you about where your gaze should be. You want to feel length all the way through the spine. Looking up gives you that sense of lift. Then can you slightly tuck your chin and get the length right over through to the cervical spine. Then take the left palm, place it inside the right sole of the foot, and inhale, draw the right arm up, the right shoulder back, lift the gaze. If at any point in your leg is raised and you feel too much, drop the back knee. So bring the thumb over the nose, straight arms, inhale softly, belly breath, exhale. Draw the thighs together if you can, help support you through the midline. And on your next exhalation, gaze down, palms down, and hop your back leg to meet the front leg. Again, inhale, halfway lift, palms to thighs, really lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend the knees, the chest rests heavy on the thighs, and shake your head out. Ooh. Maybe even, yeah, do a little funny noise with your lips. Ooh. Relax it all, shake it all, let it all out. Before we come up, we're just going to do a little bit of a wrist stretch. So take your fingertips and point them towards the back of the mat. And then lean slightly away from the front of the mat. And feel that openness in the wrists. Oh, it's just nice, especially when we're doing a lot of the chaturanga, the vinyasa. So be looking after those wrists. Lovely. Drop the hips slightly and interlace the fingers behind the back, straighten the arms, and work towards straightening the legs. So you forward fold. Let the shoulder girdle be heavy. Keep drawing your knees together, your inner thighs together, your ankles and your feet. Give yourself strength through the midline. As you allow your shoulders to become another way to extend through your back body and the spine. Enjoy the openness in the back seams of the legs. Let the backs of the knees breathe. Release the palms, inhale, swoosh them up to the air, and then exhale, swoosh back down again, lift the arms up. Just do that a few times. Inhale, bend the knees, swoosh the arms up. No better word for it. Exhale, swoosh down. One more swoosh. Inhale, lift up. Look up, and then exhale, back down back to your standing position. Lovely. So we're now going to come into variation of sun salutation B. So inhale and sit back into that imaginary chair. And then draw the arms forward. So feel length in the front body, just like you have when you're folded forwards in your halfway lift. Get that sense of a cobra, little snake in the back. Just check that your knees aren't over your toes. Inhale, lift the arms a little more. Exhale, fold down. Now I'd like you to take your your right palm to the center of your feet, and inhale, draw your left arm up. So a little standing twist. Take your gaze up towards your thumb. Keep drawing your right shoulder into the twist. Your left shoulder back. Your abdomen draws in. Exhale, release. And then repeat on the other side. Inhale, draw up. Again, think about drawing your left shoulder into the twist. Your right shoulder blossoms open. Place both palms on the mat and step back into plank. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Whoop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your warrior one stance. So bring the right leg forward towards the front of the mat. The left leg goes out towards the side of the back of the mat. Inhale, draw the arms up. Bend at the elbows. Place the palms together, fingertips point down the spine. Then let the elbows come out to the side. Keep drawing the left hip forward, 90-degree bend in the front knee. Inhale. Strong in the front body, long in the front body. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Lower the palms down. Step back into plank. Lower your plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then step the left leg forward. And come into warrior one on the opposite side. See what I'm doing here? Drawing the right hip forward manually. Okay, I'm the facilitator. You have to be your instructor. 90-degree bend over the ankle of the front leg. Inhale, draw the arms up. This time, exhale. Take opposite elbow behind the back. Feel how that allows the shoulders to draw back. Shine through the chest, tuck the chin. Draw the abdomen in and the lower rib cage. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let the palms come down to the ground. Turn your back foot forward. Step back into plank. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So bend through the knees. Let your hips sink back. Come up onto your tiptoes. Let your head come a bit forward on the mat. Have a go with that sense of motion through the shoulders. So let your hips rise and sink to the back of the mat. Then draw them up and forwards and see your nose just tracing a line further along. That's the motion for coming into plank. Anyhow, let's take plank off our minds. Come into three-legged dog. Lift your right leg up. So first of all, check that your shoulders are parallel with each other. All right, and then check that your hips are. So just notice what you feel like when you're in line here with your pelvis and your shoulders. Then we're going to introduce a twist. Lift that right leg higher. Feel how your right shoulder comes forward. Your right hip lifts. Look underneath your right armpit. Bend your right knee. Now, we're going to come into wild thing. Let your right leg find the floor behind you. Look upwards. Extend your left leg out. Push through your left hand. Lift the chest. If you prefer, you can drop the left knee and extend the right leg outwards. A little bit more support for you there. Otherwise, let the left leg extend out. You're bent in the right knee. Inhale. Feel the openness in the chest, the arch of the back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. And then exhale. Whoop. Come back as if nothing ever happened. Downward facing dog. Keep that right leg lifted. And then draw it forwards towards the chest. Inhale. And exhale, lift it up and back. Inhale it in. Exhale, lift it up and back. Then inhale it in and let the right foot fall to the right knee, fall to the outside of the right wrist. So I'm just going to turn to face you here to demonstrate part of the pigeon pose and what I mean by the knee and wrist placement. So my right, excuse me, I feel like I saw a bit of blood ball. My right wrist is here. My right knee is there. Your right lower leg eventually will draw almost parallel to the front of your mat. Doesn't matter if that's not where you are, but do think about keeping the line nice and strong and long. Keep your right toes pointing down towards your left leg. Now you see me doing a little bit of shuffling here. It's quite easy just to lean over to the right. See if you can spread equal weight through the hips, and that might mean walking your left leg a bit longer. Push through your fingertips and lift the chest. Get your breath. If you would like a kind of more restorative version of this, you can pad your palms forward slowly, drape your belly over that front leg, and support your forehead on a pillow made by your palms as they stack underneath you. Bend at the elbows. Release through the hips. And then we're going to draw up out of there. So if you had lowered down, keep the gaze low. Keep the breath calm. And just rock over to your right hand side. Bend your left knee up and place it in the little arch of your right foot. Okay, so you're sitting with your legs, both knees bent up. Okay, lovely. Inhale, lift the arms up. And then exhale, take your right palm over to your left knee and come into a little twist. So it can be quite nice. Lift the left arm up, shoulder height, span it backwards, place it behind you, lift through the spine. Take your gaze over your left shoulder. All these inventive ways of lifting through the spine, ringing through the spine, activating through it. Lovely. Then do a little counter twist. We're going to have a little bit of fun here. You remember those Russian dancers that just bounce up and down on crossed legs? Pop your arms out in front of you. We're going to flip our knees. So if you just watch, this just is like a windscreen right through the hips. Whoosh. Keep the arms lifted. Keep the spine lifted as you rock and roll. Lovely, great. Through the hips, lovely. Let's stop on the opposite side that we were on and just rearrange your palms so that the other one is on top. So this time your left knee is kind of, your left foot is on top and your right knee is in the crest of your left instep. And then we just go whooshy whooshy, windscreen wiper through the hips. That's it, nice, lovely. And come back to rest again. Lovely, so we're still got the left knee on top. Inhale, draw the arms up. You come into twist on the other side, so your left palm comes over to your right knee. Now, this isn't much, just to do the arm. Let's activate all the way through. So grip with your palm over your knee. Engage your shoulder, draw it into the twist. Blossom that right arm out, look towards where your right fingertips point. Lay your right fingertips down, push through your fingertips. You can feel this in your shoulders as well as your spine. Draw everything into the twist. Now come to that place of softness. So remember, if something is hard, find the softness. You don't have to meet it with hardness. Melt it with softness. It's like if somebody's cross and you smile at them. Sometimes it can send them the wrong way. Sometimes it can just soften and diffuse the situation. So let's go with that for now. So we're going to come back, do a little counter twist. Leave your left knee at the top. Place your left wrist inside the left knee and extend your right leg behind you. Once again, a little bit of wobbling left and right to make sure that you've got an equal distribution of weight through both hips. Takes a little bit of doing. Press through the tripods of the fingertips. Inhale, draw the chest up, tuck the chin, and then exhale if you like. Lowering down. Perhaps remember what the other way of laying your arms is and do that. Just check in that your left toes are pointing down towards your left knee. This is a bit of a Marmite pose, but hopefully you've found a way of enjoying it. My favorites. If you're a runner, it's really, really nice to release through the hips. Let's pad our way back up. Feel that nice length in the chest. And then we're going to lift up, so extend and tuck your toes into downward facing dog. And draw, inhale your knee into your chest. And exhale the left leg behind you. Inhale the knee into the chest, round the back. Exhale, let the back lengthen, stretch that leg behind you. One more time. Inhale the knee in, and exhale it long and away. Then inhale, take your gaze underneath your left armpit. Bend your left knee. You know where we're going, so you need to spin a bit on your right foot. Extend the right leg away from you. Let the left arm lift up, arch through the back. Keep the hips pressing up to the ceiling. Lovely. Smile. Come back to downward facing dog. And drop the knees. Come into child's pose. Have a rest, enjoy it here. Let your forehead be heavy, relax your tongue, catch your breath. And then inhale, look forward. And I'd like you to interlace your fingers into a fist. Let your arms come about, your elbows come about shoulder width. And we're going to tuck our toes and inhale, draw our hips up. This is dolphin. If this is interesting enough for you here, and you want to just practice how it feels with your stance getting shorter, so you can very gently walk your toes forwards and backwards if you like. Otherwise, you can choose your stance already. And then just see, imagine you have a pencil on the end of your nose. Inhale here. And then exhale, draw a line with that pencil towards your fist. So you draw your body forward. Inhale back. Exhale, draw that line. So you're just shifting forwards. Inhale back. This is prep for headstand. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. Let the knees come down. And if you want to hop up into headstand now, you're very welcome to. We're just going to go through a couple of cat-cow variations to get into the back a little bit more. Come and join us when you're ready. So just remind yourselves of cat-cow. You've got these 26 vertebrae in your spine and you want to activate them. And you contrast the movement of the spine as much as you can. So roll the shoulders away from the ears as you let the belly drop and lift up through the chest. Take the gaze up and then you let the gaze draw gently towards the navel as you round your spine. And just see if you can allow yourself to actually really enjoy the sensation of activating through that slinky vertebra of yours. Great. Then we're going to come so that we can place weight on 3 limbs and hover the right leg up and back. Inhale the left arm forwards, bend at the right knee and see if you can catch the right foot, the right top of the foot. So you're kicking into your left hand, kicking up with your right thigh. See if that feels good to you. Lift through the chest, lift through the thigh, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Round and draw that knee into the nose. And then place the legs down. And then we'll swap over. Extend the left leg back. the right arm forward, bend at the right knee, catch the top of the left, bend at the left knee, catch the top of the left foot in the right hand, kick up into that hand, look up, kick, 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 lift through the chest, hold it, 5, 4, kick with the thigh, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Draw the knee into the nose, round through the chest, and then lower both knees down. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Gently walk your feet forwards and come into the softest of forward folds. Place the right palm directly in front of your feet and inhale. Draw your left arm up, straighten through the left leg, through the legs. Gaze up to the palm, lifted palm. Lovely. Exhale, bend the knees. Place the left palm in the center and inhale. Draw your right palm up and lift your gaze. Feel the twist in the waist, the lift in the front body. Lovely. Exhale. Give yourselves a little hug. Hold that hug gently as you lower your hips and see if you can come to sit down with your feet just slightly lifted off the mat. Have a little rock left and right, maybe a little front and back, and then massage through the pelvis, and then extend the legs out in front of you. So just check that your shoulders are above your hips, you're not leaning forwards or backwards. That your toes draw towards you. Navel draws in, and think about drawing your backs of your knees down to the mat. They won't press completely against the ground, but that will just help lengthen through the hamstrings. Inhale and draw the arms up. Find length in the front body. Exhale, fold forwards and reach for shins, ankles, toes. Once you've reached forward and you found what you're reaching for, inhale and lift up again. So remember that forward fold where we do the halfway lift and you were feeling so long in your front body, so long in your back body. That's what we're going for now. We're not folding down, we're folding forwards. Lovely. And just let yourselves lean back slightly. Fingertips point towards your toes. Bend through the knees. Inhale and draw up into tabletop. So keep your knees drawing together and feel openness in the front body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Sit down. Coming into our peak pose now. Camel. Take your knees hip width apart and measure that with 2 fists. So 2 fists in between your knees. Tuck your toes so it lifts your heels a bit higher. If you're looking for a little more, you can untuck your toes. It means your heels are a couple of inches further away, so it's a deeper back bend. Support your lumbar spine with your fingertips. So either side of your spine, your palms rest there and they support you. So you can really feel quite some pressure against your palms. Draw your elbows towards each other. Keep the hips drawing forwards and gently tilt backwards, not far. Don't dump into your lower back. So I don't want all your weight to go into your palms. Keep strength in the front body. It's a very small back bend to begin with. If you're ready for a bit more, inhale, lift the right arm up, feel the extension, and exhale back towards your right ankle. Hold it there. Push your hips forwards a little bit. Inhale, left arm up, span it backwards. Take hold of your left ankle. You're there if you're there. If you're not, You're also where you are supposed to be. Find what shape is right for you. Don't make yourselves into a shape that you think is right. Inhale, front body lifts. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades together. To come out, your right palm goes to your right lumbar spine, your left to your left lumbar spine. Support yourselves. Come into child's pose once again. Wide-legged or knees together. The choice is up to you. You can spread your arms out forwards. You can stack them, whatever feels good. Your arms can be along your side. Lots of options. Gradually inhale and draw up. And draw your knees together. I'd like you just to lift up and see if you can cup your heels with your palms. So my thumbs are on the outside of my feet. And I'm just cupping my heels. And then see if you can draw your heels together and roll your head down to meet your knees or to the floor. And as you inhale, just try and lift up through your hips. And feel your breath expand through your back body. Keep your ankles drawing together. Arms are steady and strong. Really round in the back. To come out, release the ankles. Lift up into a table. Let your heels come to one side and extend your legs. Come into constructive rest pose. So knees are up to the ceiling. Just check that you're in a nice line on your mat. You're not lopsided. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Let the right ankle cross across the left knee. Palms down by the side. Inhale, lift the hips up. So this is an adaptation of your usual bridge. So it's like a three-legged bridge, a three-limbed bridge. But you've got your shoulder girdle. So recruit your shoulders, make sure you're stable in your abdomen. Lift up, so you recruit your buttocks as well. And then exhale down. Draw your right hand inside that triangle in your legs, underneath your left knee, and just draw your legs in towards you. So this is reclined pigeon. Nice alternative if you're not enjoying the laying down pigeon on your front that we were doing earlier. Both feet back down to the ground, and we can repeat that on the opposite side. So the left ankle over the top of the right knee. Feel as if my hand is pushing your left knee away from you. Place the palms down by the side, tuck the chin. Inhale for a preparatory breath. Start to already place the navel further down into the ground as you peel the tailbone up, and exhale, hover and float the hips up off the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, lower the pelvis down very gradually. Left arm inside the triangle of the legs, lift the right knee up. The palms come to interlace underneath the right knee. Inhale. Lengthen the back body down against the mat, and exhale, draw the legs together by bending through the elbows. Lovely. Release the left knee, draw both knees into together. Maybe just a little rock left and right. And then I'm afraid it's already time for us to come down into our last deep relaxation posture. So perhaps you extend both legs away from you, just about mat width apart. Let the toes fall out, the heels fall in. The palms can be face up, face down, away from the body. And allow yourselves to trace the outline of your body. So start with your fingertips and trace inwards along your arms, your shoulders, till you come to your neck, and then inhale and begin to trace the top, the crown of the head, where your hair might be lying, imagining it all from the inside out. Trace the eyebrows, the eye sockets, the nose, the little cupid bow of your lips. Relax your mouth, your chin, your jawbone, your chest. Trace the outside of your rib cage, your navel, your pelvis. Trace all the way down your left leg, your left knee, ankle and toe. All the way back up, thinking and tracing at the areas that touch the mat. The calf, the thigh, the buttock. And then take your focus to the right hand side and trace down the top right hand side of your leg. Your thigh and your knee and your shin. Top of your foot and your toes. And then trace the bottom of the foot, the ankle, the calf, the thigh, and the buttock on the right hand side. Allow this image of yourself simply to melt now. Come back to your breath softly. Now maybe sometimes when the cue is to come back to your breath, for you at that moment it isn't useful. But at some point it may be incredibly useful. So just tune into the rise and fall of your breath. Now if it's right for you, or at other points when you're not on the mat. Notice how it brings you back to your home, your sense of belonging in you. If you're ready, you can join me in coming out of the relaxation. Just let your neck loll left and right. Ease through. Do like a snow angel with the arms, so draw a nice big semicircle up and down just a few times, just ease through the shoulders. Eventually you can come into like a cactus with the arms, so bend up at the elbows, Draw the heels a bit closer to the bum, bend at the knees, and a little windscreen wipe with the knees, left and right. Let your gaze go in the opposite direction to your knees. And then draw the knees into the armpits. So you let the knees separate away from your chest. Let the knees come over to one side and very, very gradually draw up into seated. Come back to the palms together and just place them in front of the chest so that your fingertips grace your chin, and then lift them a little higher and see if your chin can get a little higher. So you can extend your spine. And again, come back to your posture. Come back to your breath. And just take one solid moment to be thankful for all that you have, or perhaps dedicate a moment to thinking of somebody who you know is going through a lot. And I'm sure there's a few of us who can think of a few. Inhale, draw the arms out, open up, lift up, look up. Exhale down through the center. Inhale, look up, lift up. Exhale through the center. One last time. Namaste. Thank you so much for your practice, your time, your dedication. It'll serve you well too, I think. Keep well. Hopefully see you soon.